What would you do if you could start all over again?
Ooh, wow.
Think about this. What if you could start your relationship all over, like you just completely just start anew, right? What would you do?
Hello and welcome to the Sweet Spot.
Welcome! So glad you're with us.
And we are so excited to be in this. We're always happy to be in the Sweet Spot, right?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yes, we are. And we hope that you enjoy being in the Sweet Spot as well.
So thank you for joining us. We're so excited. Last week, Diane had a chance to talk to the ladies about making their men fall in love with them again. And so this week, it's my job to talk to the men on behalf of the ladies, right?
Yes,
so that they,
I like that.
Yeah, so they treat, make sure they're treating the ladies well, right? So men, I love to just turn your ear. And now, if you're a woman and you listen to that, it's okay, because you can coach him up. So, and maybe better that way, because then you can put your own slant on it.
That's right.
But we're so happy to be here with you today. And today I want to just talk a little bit about maybe just kind of visualizing, if you would. You think about your relationship with your bride, and whether that's 1 year or that's 40 years, whatever that is. But in that relationship, what would happen, or what would you do if you could start all over again?
Ooh, wow.
Think about this. What if you could start your relationship all over, like you just completely just start anew, right? What would you do?
Wow.
That's the question I'd like to start with today. Would you take a gander at that? Would you have any idea what?
I wouldn't change anything, babe.
Oh my goodness! Not one thing. Okay, good. So, and if you don't feel the same way, that's okay. That's okay, because today we're really going to talk about what is it you would do if you could start all over again.
Wow, that's a great question.
All the lessons learned, all the things that have transpired, just kind of thinking about your relationship and how you might want your wife to see you, right? How you might like to treat her. What would it be like if you could start all over again? And today I'm suggesting that there's no reason why you can't.
Okay.
Right? So, yes, things have happened. Yes, life has materialized and things have done. But those same things that you would do if you started all over again could work today.
Yeah, that's true.
And we can actually start a new legacy today. We can start a new history, a new relationship today, a fresh start. Right? Yeah. So with that, I mean, there's a lot of things that are already there, and some good, and some are challenges. But that part, I don't think is as important as if we thought, what would be the most important things to do today if I was starting all over again? And I think those things would be the same, right? Right? And so whether we were starting the relationship today, right, or we were trying to begin again from so many years of past, I think those things would be the same. So that's what our hope is today, is that we can find that sweet spot, that we can maybe talk about what it would be like if I was starting all over today. And
falling in love all over again.
That's it. So we've kind of chosen a few topics, right? So first we want to build it, right? And then we want to bond it to bring it together. And then we'll try to lift it up to another level, right? So build it, bond, and then lift, right? So that's what our goal is for today, and hopefully we'll have some fun along the way. if you were going to give some advice to a lady of how to build the relationship, what would you say?
First, I would say pray lots. Communicate. Talk.
Right.
Talk. Don't hold things in, because if you're holding things in, how is he supposed to know? Right? So in order to improve your relationship, you have to communicate. You've got to have a conversation.
Okay. Yes. I'm going to maybe try to sort of phrase it in one way so we can maybe try to get over a hurdle here. And there's the little story that I heard, and I won't retell the story, but what I'd like to do is sort of frame it as a reference point, right? And ask ourselves this question. In our relationship, are we building a fence or a bridge?
Ooh.
Okay. So very simple question, right? Is, are you building a fence or a bridge? So what we want to have the habit of doing is building bridges, right? Whether that bridge is to a bridge to love, right? To love and show more respect. Whether it's a bridge to our kids and building into our kids and making sure that we have strong foundations for them. Whatever it is, in whatever area of our relationship, we want to build bridges, right? And not fences. And that's a very simple question, a very simple checkpoint that we can ask ourselves about anything that comes up in our relationship, any specific situation, right? Am I building a fence or am I building a bridge? The more bridges we build, the more successful our relationship will be. So as we begin to build this, I just want to just kind of ask a couple of things. You know, there's so many resources online today, and there's one that I found that really just talks about restoring relationships. And I'm just going to throw a couple of these things out to you and see would they make a difference, and which ones might be more compelling as we talk about building a relationship. What would it mean to you if your spouse complimented you often?
Oh, I love compliments, honey.
Yes.
I just love compliments.
So guys, one of the things we can do is just compliment her and do it consistently, right? So that they know you mean it, so you know that is real. Another one is seeing you in the same room and you're not together. Right? And seeing you maybe across the room and just doing a little wink. Hey, baby.
So you're flirting, right? You're flirting.
Yes, little flirtatious, but
that's good.
What it means is, what it says very simply is you're important. I care about you, and I'm even over on the other side of your room, right?
That's
you're what's on my mind.
That's right.
So
that's important.
Indeed. So another one is we talk about it in the movies, but gazing into your eyes.
Like this?
Yes.
You have beautiful eyes.
Oh, yours are more beautiful than eyes can behold.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, my. Yes.
Okay, I think we're getting a little corny.
Okay. Yeah, and that's a wonderful thing, because there's nothing wrong with being a little bit corny in your admonishment of your bride, right? As you say nice things, it's almost cute to be corny a little bit sometimes.
Sometimes you need that.
Yes, and it's certainly better to be corny than not say anything 100%. At all. Yes. So another one here is ask her about her day, and then being willing to listen until she is completed. Say
the last part again.
Yes. Be willing to listen until she has completed.
Yes. That's a good one.
All right. Okay, here, let's try another one. Encourage her to take a night out with the girls.
Oh, okay.
Yes. How do you feel about it?
I'm not one of those women that,
really?
I like being with my man.
Okay.
It's simple, right?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not one of those that have to have the girl, go out and have, or at the weekend get away with the girls.
Yeah.
That's really not my thing. I like being with you, babe. I'm just,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
But even if that is the case, and we encourage, hey, listen.
And that's okay, right? That's okay to do.
It is, right? Even if you don't do it, it's a nice way of saying that you need time as well.
And sometimes you do need that, right?
Excellent, excellent. Now, how about ask her opinion? How do you like when I ask your opinion?
I love that because it means that my opinion, first of all, is important, right? And I find value in that, and I feel like I'm a part of whatever it is you're doing, right? So whether it's business that you're asking my opinion on, or even something that we're decorating in the house, right? It just makes me feel like my opinion matters, right?
Right. That we're doing this together.
Yes.
All right. All right. Now, give her a neck massage.
Oh, it's over. It's over. Yes, I'm in.
Yes. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So many ways we can build our spouses up, and in doing so, I think when we build our spouse up, they have a tendency to want to build us up as well, and just it makes for such a healthy atmosphere. So as we look at what those little things in our relationship and how we can get to that point is sometimes where there's just so much stuff that's gone on, right? That I don't know if I can get this back. A little wink kind of says, look at him trying to make up, right? But then when you do a little wink, and then the next time, now there's a compliment, right? And as they continue to build up, and as I continue to buy you a little something that's nice, not something that's going to blow our budget, just a little nice little gift, it just says that you're important. Guys, one of the things we talk about all the time in sports is never giving up. But in a relationship, when we falter is that time in which we think we can't renew it again. We give up because we think she won't. It's just there's too much stuff, right?
That's
just and we can keep trying, right? And we find that when we keep persisting, right? When we do the good things, the little things for them, that love doesn't fail. Love wins out in the end. So keep on going, keep on moving. That's what we want to encourage.
It reminds me of one of your favorite words you love to use, and I'm sure you know what that word is, right? What is that?
Lanyard.
Yes, lanyard. A little more, just a little bit, a little bit more.
Extra.
Yeah, a little extra. That's all you need. A little lanyard.
That's it. So first we want to build, right? And build that relationship is, we talk about many different things, and so there are some larger building blocks that relate to really understanding her more and what she wants out of the relationships, right? But there are also little things that we do every day, and I think the phrase is Kaizen. Right? Toyota and Japanese have this word Kaizen that it's not about the big innovations. It's not about the big things that we do. It's actually those little corrections that we make every day that lead to perfection over time. And so don't start big, start small, do the little things, and we're on our way. We're starting to build something. Now, right, let's bring it together. Let's start to bond it, right? So we said build, bond, then lift, right? When you think of bonding a relationship, what makes you feel closer in a relationship? Is there anything that makes you feel close or warm? Or
when you're intimate, for one for sure, right? And that's one of the most important things in a relationship, right? But when you just spend time,
right?
When you just spend time, you don't even have to have a conversation. Just being together right? For me, just spending that time is very important.
There's a saying, how do kids spell love? T-I-M-E, right? And I think that can be said the same for all those people who are closest to us. T-I-M-E, so special, right? And so I've got a couple things here that I want to share that I believe help to bring us closer, help to build that bond. One of the things I think men, right, is to be chivalrous.
Okay, I like that.
Right? When you show your bride that she is your queen, she is important, right? When you open doors for her, right? When you defer to her and do the little things for her to show her how much you love her, how you show deference to her, how meaningful she is to you in the little things. These are the things that I think bring us close. Plan dates around her interests.
Ooh.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, so when we start to think about, because when we start to think about a date, right? Guy, say, I want to have a date with my wife, and I want to try to do something nice, and that's the first level, right? But when we begin to plan those dates around her interests, guys, we got something going now. We're moving now. So let's plan those dates around her interests, right? Not just a date to go out, but a date that's around her interests, and we are bringing it together. As we open doors, plan dates around her, right? When we tell her how important the marriage is to us, what it means to us. When we, when I tell you how important marriage is, and how I'll be with you always, and does that mean something? Is it important?
Of course it does. It's very important, and I love to hear that over and over and over and over and over again.
And I want to say just one more time, because they love it and we're bad at it. Be there to listen. Silence can be deafening, right? Held that for an uncomfortable amount of time, just that little quiet, because they want us to listen. They want us to listen. If we can listen, that brings us closer. I often try to do things for special occasions for Diane, and there are other things that we go against the grain on, right? So we always try to find special little things. For our 20th anniversary, we did 20 days in Europe. I would always theme her gifts during the holidays and birthdays. They always have this little theme that runs through. But interestingly enough, on Valentine's Day, right, we don't do a bunch of flowers, right?
That's right.
Because we actually try to make every day special. So we do flowers often, not just on Valentine's Day. And it was kind of a thing when we were dating and we didn't have a lot of money, right? We said, okay, I buy flowers today and they cost, this much money, and or I can buy them 5 times for the same amount of money. And so as a part of that, we began to, it became actually a part of our way of life, right? A thing that we did that we thought was smart. 5 dozen of roses are better than 1 dozen of roses, and then it spreads out over a larger amount of time, and we make every day special rather than just that day. So so many ways to bring that relationship closer. So want to encourage you, and then finally, lifting it to another level, right?
That's what I like.
Taking that relationship to another level. You talked a little bit last week about the love languages, right? As we take it to another level, right? We know and understand what our partner likes, what they enjoy, what makes them feel better, the things that are important to them, and we speak their language. When we speak their language, right? We have a much better chance of taking our relationship to another level.
And I think it's important that you mention the love languages, because some people may not know what the 5 love languages are, right?
That's right.
So in order for them to be able to understand what their spouse's love language is, right, why don't you maybe mention the 5 love languages so that they'll know and they can begin to understand what their spouse love language is.
That's right, that's right. So and ask her. This is a great one, right? In terms of taking your relationship to another level.
Right.
If you ask her, hey baby, what is your love language? Yes. So the 5 love languages are giving gifts, right? So some people love to receive gifts, and that is their love language, right? Others like words of affirmation, right?
That's right.
Those words of affirmation, the things that you say. Yes. Yes.
I'm bad.
And another one is
quality time.
Quality time. That's right.
Love that quality time.
And another one is physical touch, right? So
all the love languages are mine. You know that. Yeah.
All right. Good,
and the last one is
the last
acts of service.
Acts of service. Acts of service. Yes. So those are the 5 love languages.
Yeah.
And most of us prefer 1 or 2 over the other. My wife, she likes them all the same.
You know.
but begin to know, and certainly I do believe I know the ones that she responds to most.
That's right. That's right.
So get to know that, get to understand the language that she speaks, and when we do that, we really talk about taking our marriage to another level when we begin to speak that language and do the kinds of things that don't just say I love you, right? But say I honor you, right? That I take it to another level, and that's what we want to just encourage our listeners today, that if you've had some struggles or if things are good, it doesn't matter, right? We all can get better, right?
That's right.
And I think that sometimes we wait till something does go wrong to to try to. No, we should always be on this path of enriching our relationship, growing together, growing stronger, and know this. Right? It's not just for us and our relationship. It's also for our kids.
Yes.
It's for them to see.
So important.
It's for them to watch and to see and to know and understand. Right. I so much want to be a great representation to my girls of what their boyfriend to begin with, what their boyfriend should treat them like, and how they should treat them, and how they.
You're their greatest example.
Well,
right?
That's right. We can be the greatest example, or we can be the worst example. Right. Yeah. So whichever way we choose to go. So I just want to maybe ask you if you could talk to the men just for a minute or two about what you believe is important for them to know from a woman's perspective.
I think it's very important that men, you understand, it's important to listen. And it's important to hear what your wife has to say. That communication thing, we talk about it a lot, but that communication is key. It's everything, because it's when you're listening and when you have that communication, then you can hear everything she's saying, and you can begin to act on those things, right? But if you're not listening to her, then how can you understand? How can you know what her love language is? How can you know what she's needing? How can you know anything if you're not listening? So if you can just listen, that's all. Something simple as just listening. That would make a world of difference.
That's the third time we've said it. So listening is important. That's high on the list. And so I want to leave us men with one final suggestion today as we talk about how do we swoon our wives again? How do we fall in love again? How do we keep it? How do we make it special? How do we keep it special? Right? If it's struggling, how do we turn it around? And the very last thing I'd like to say is probably going to be a little bit surprising. The very last thing that I'm going to suggest is to take care of yourself, right? To take care of yourself spiritually, to take care of yourself mentally, to take care of yourself physically. When you look after yourself, there's a pride in self and how you represent yourself, right? And I think that inspires honor from your bride, and we want to encourage our significant others to take care of themselves as well. It speaks to how important you feel it is that you give your best to her, right? And in reciprocal, she would give her best to you.
Absolutely.
So spiritually balanced, right? Mentally focused, doing what you have to do, being pragmatic, being the kind of partner, the kind of father that would be representative of what you would desire to be in a perfect situation. So
that's awesome.
We just want to encourage you at the very end, yes, love our wives, but take care of you so that you can take care of her, right? Thank you guys.
Said.
And I'm so proud. We got so many men who are just wanting to be better for their wives, wanting to do better, to be better, and we want to encourage you. That is the real sweet spot. It takes a little bit of sacrifice, but you will get a return of sevenfold, we believe, when you make that commitment. So gentlemen, talked a lot today, a lot of information there, but if we could just break it down real easy, be the bridge and not the fence.
That's it.
Build, bond, and lift.
Until next time, guys, stay in your sweet spot.